Hello everyone. Welcome to the Peanut Gallery. I am your host, the Jade Fang, and we're here with some fun people today. This is the last podcast before the deadline for the webtoon contest. No pressure
Yay!
at all. And we
Yay!
but don't think about it at the moment. Today we're here for some fun times and for some fun comics, and we have some fun people today, starting with Beaver.
Hey, all. My name's Nerdy Beaver. I'm a game developer, and I'm here to read some webtoons.
And where can we find you,
Hi.
Beaver?
Oh,
I don't really have any active social media yet. Like I have social media, but um, I'll share that at a future date.
Oh, all right. Okay, then. In future date, we will get that from you. All right, then the next one we have is Vexy.
hi, I'm Vex Tried. I'm the creator of the comic The Werewolf King is a High School Freshman on Webtoon. I like comics, I do writing, and you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, or Webtoon under Vex Tried.
Oh, great. Last but not least, we got Ash Days here.
Hi, so I'm Ash Days. I'm the creator of the Giant of Greywater webcomic on Webtoons. And you can pretty much find me anywhere under Ash Days. I'm pretty sure I'm everywhere.
And you got that marketing unlocked, don't you?
I did it. I had to fight with I guess Ash Days is also a religious thing, so I had to fight with the whole church for it. So
All right.
you can
All
find
right
me
then.
anywhere.
Lucky you. I wasn't so lucky. I had to put some X's on my name. So, what the Webtoons contest? We are at the last week, people. In 5 days, the deadline will be over, and then it's all up to the judges to judge all our works. And from what I've seen, we got some. You guys have some pretty cool works out there. So let us get into it. Starting with Beaver, what have you brought from our selection?
Well, I've linked it in the Discord chat. It is called The Little Red Huntress.
You know that.
Seems to be an interesting looking webtoon. I got some Ruby vibes reading it.
Yeah, the icon for it is very intriguing as well. I do agree. So let us
Yeah.
look into that one. It's the Little Red Huntress, right? Let's get into it. Okay. As podcast rules dictate, the one who has chosen is the one who reads the the words evade me. The one that reads the intro. So
Yeah.
get into that.
The one who chooses the webtoon reads the summary, which
So
I will begin.
you have the floor.
Zinnia lives in a dark forest teeming with monsters called lupine. These terrifying monsters kill, eat, and destroy any in their path. From a young age, she decided to become a powerful hunter like her father. Can she prove to him and to herself that she's strong enough to protect herself and others?
Well, the Ruby vibes are there. They don't disappoint.
Oh, they're there and very strong.
They're very strong. Let us begin here. Whenever the internet wants to go, there we go.
Sounds good. I think I will start us off as the narrator and see from there.
Go ahead.
In a forest far away lived a little girl. Every week she would dress in her little red cloak to bring a meal to her sickly grandmother. But the day the forest watched her travels, things were not right. Grandma, she called. Come in, my child. I lay in bed, a harsh voice called. Grandma, you sound strange. Has your sickness gotten worse? The girl in red asked. Yes, it seems so. It's difficult to speak. Could you come in closer so I may whisper? The voice called out. Grandma, your hair is gray, but it's always been white, the girl said. That's not my hair, child. It's been so frightfully cold that I put on a cloak, the voice reassured. The girl just got a bit closer. Your eyes are orange, but grandma's were blue and dot dot dot. I'm positive no person has sharp teeth, the girl said. How clever, the voice said. If only you had come closer, this would have been quick. Unfortunately for you, I shall now make this painfully slow. Nom, nom, nom. The little girl ran.
Hep.
Nom, 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 nom. Nom,
Waka
nom, nom.
waka waka waka
And
waka.
ran and ran and ran. Suddenly, her father, the hunter, swooped in, lopping off the creature's front leg. I do not wish for a fight today. I do not wish for a fight today, but I shall return to devour her another day, the beast snarled.
Damn, those eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And so the creature departed. Time passed, and the little girl trained to be strong under her father's teaching. Ting, ting, whiz,
Whiz,
whiz, whiz,
whiz,
whiz,
pew,
whiz.
bing.
For years she struggled. She studied. She lost more.
All right, this has to be inspired from Ruby because this is the entire this is the Ruby story.
Until she became strong enough to never miss. Pow. That girl was Zinnia Red, the
The
little
little
red
red
huntress.
huntress.
Good
Good.
job, Zinnia.
No, you're gonna be the girl.
Oh,
I'm the dad.
oh, you're the dad? All right.
Yeah.
I got carried away.
Good job, Zinnia. You managed to hit the bullseye every time.
Thank you, Papa. I told you I wouldn't miss anymore.
Go Ash. Go Ash Days.
Oh, sorry.
Wait.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, wait. Go ahead. I
excuse,
missed something.
excuse me. Hate to interrupt, but is this the hunter's house?
It is. Who's asking? Hmm?
Name's Vance. I'm from the village on the hill across the woods. We need help from the guardian of the Lupin Woods. Oh gosh. Jornar the Wolf Slayer.
Enough pleasantries. Come inside and tell us what happened.
The village has been attacked twice already. We really can't afford to lose any more resources before winter.
And you believe it was a looping?
But isn't the hill too far outside the looping forest?
Well, yeah, we all thought it was wild animals at first. First, it attacked the lower ring. The shepherd's thatch home was flattened, and his sheep were killed. But thankfully, he and his family weren't hurt. So we built a wooden wall around the second ring, but the night before I left, it was destroyed. The homes were flattened, and the food this time there was casualties. So I came here.
It still could have been anim.
Hmm. Xena, pack your things. We're leaving. I wonder. Oh, wait. I think this is Xena.
I wonder, will this be my first real fight with those monsters?
Squeeze.
Squeeze.
No, it's a nice little story here. Let us continue
Very
to.
cool.
Yeah, it's very, very kids' book looking as well.
Getting Witcher vibes from it.
The Witcher vibes.
I love
Yeah,
the
I
art.
am.
The art's
It's
very,
so beautiful.
All right,
very nice.
let's wait for. We usually give our thoughts at the end of the read, so we have all the material that we can. So let's wait for the thoughts.
How awful.
Yeah. Oh wait, this is you.
Yeah, it's bad. But the entrance is up there.
The Red
Little
Huntress.
red huntress.
As a
Uh,
random person.
go ahead, Vexy. You'll be some of these other roles to get you a turn.
Gotcha. Vance is back.
Open the gates.
I'll lead you to the elder.
Uh,
Willem will take the horse to the stables.
I guess this is the guy who's saying. His name is V.
Vance?
That's
That's what it
Vance.
was be. Yeah.
Be careful. There's explosives in the back. Let's see. I guess I'll be the old guy as well. Welcome, hero of the Lupine Woods. We are ever grateful for your swift arrival. Enough of that. Vance told me the situation. Let's go in and discuss what you need. Curious?
I've never seen buildings like that before.
Oh, yes, these structures are centuries old. It is my tradition that we've kept them standing for so long, but these recent events just might spell our end. So, you're requesting help? Yes. You might have seen your way in, but we're building a stone wall, so we request your protection during construction. Hmm. Slap. I'll have to refuse.
But why?
Instead, I'll slay that monster.
Wait,
Xena, you stay here and watch the village. I'll be heading to survey the woods.
okay.
Well, that went well.
It's rude to spy on other people's conversations.
Speaking of conversation, you weren't much for it the whole ride here.
Things are serious. This isn't some joke. It's your village. That's a smoking mess. Shouldn't you be more worried?
Well, I was until Bjornar, the wolf slayer, decided to help us.
Rolls eyes. Ugh.
Eye roll.
Don't you know how great your father is? He's one of the greatest hunters to ever live.
I'm aware.
There are many ranked hunters bronze, silver, gold, but only platinum rank hunters are given their own domain to protect and defend from the lupin and from the lupin. And Bjornar is the protector of the Lupin Woods, home of the greatest lupin, the Lupin Calamity. Oh,
I said I'm aware.
you don't seem to appreciate it.
Mm. Hop. One day I'll be an even greater hunter than him. That's my goal. See ya. Oh, and by the way, I'm already a better shot.
Well, she's pretty cheeky.
How irritating! As if I wouldn't know my papa's accomplishments. Does he think I'm an idiot? Russell,
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 Russell.
Russell Crowe, Russell,
Slash.
Russell.
Step.
Step.
Arrow.
Hello? Kerchunk.
Whee!
I must just be paranoid. There's no way anything's in. Here!
Oh no, a furry.
It's a wolf boy! 10 on 10.
Before I forget, because this is very important, I have to go back to the first one again.
Yeah, you gotta like and subscribe.
I gotta
Click the
like
bell
it.
icon. The wolf people are evolving. They've become hot.
They have become hot. Oh no.
Bang!
Bang.
Wow, that's a close shot.
A very close shot.
The little red huntress.
Ooh, this is
Oh,
a very cool
he's a
pose.
wereman.
He's a wereman. Time to get my fur on.
Clack. Flack.
Clank.
That's a monster! An actual monster! Get inside!
Running, running, running.
Run, 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 run.
Run, run, run. Plunk.
Plunk. Bunk, 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 fud.
Done.
Hey! Come and get me! If I can hit his leg, it'll slow him down. Pang!
Dodge.
He dodged again! Tap, 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 tap. Oh, I guess right. Tap, 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 tap,
Tap, tap, tap, tap, tap, tappy, tap, tap, tap.
Huff, huff. He's huffing and puffing.
Push. Teleport behind you.
Glunk,
And flick, flick. Birds.
caw, caw, caw.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. It's quiet. Too quiet. What's this? Ooh. Who are you? Vexy. I'll let you be this one.
The one whose toys you've been breaking.
How am I not surprised? Swing. Hey, what is this? Is this a blood pack? Or is this an axe? I don't know. Oh wait, this is the hood. I feel dumb.
Come now, it won't be that easy.
Swish.
Ah, you've hit me. Is this the best you hunters have to offer?
Of course not. Swish, swing, swipe, swoop, slash.
I'm appalled. Now we're even.
My arm.
Shame that you won't see your daughter Paris, but you were getting in the way. Now then, my bleeding gluttonous child, enjoy your feast.
Sienna. Rumble. Ooh. Man, what an intro to a story.
That's a strong beginning.
That is a strong beginning right there. All right. So, I have thoughts. First thing, I want to talk a little bit about the art style.
It's
I
very
think
nice.
it's
I like
very
it.
nice, very stylized.
Yes,
It
I love
reminds
the art
me,
style.
it reminds me a little bit of children's stories books, which kind of fits it in because it is kind of like a remake of the Little Red Riding Hood.
Hmm.
So it's like art style that matches like the story they're trying to emulate. I think it's very cool.
I think so too.
So
I
good.
think the opening for sure. I think the rest seemed more like somewhere like a happy middle ground between like manga style and like anime manga style.
Look, I would say that it looks like the children's book style because it has like many of those like little lines in it. They use a lot of hatching in the art style,
Yeah.
which emulates that children's book style of books. I don't find it bad on this style at all because they're trying to emulate. They're like, I don't know how to say, they're like referencing a children's story, so it makes sense that their art makes it look kind of like a children's book. Even
It's
if,
stylized. It's stylized.
yeah, it's stylized to look like a children's book, which I think was very neat.
Yeah.
One of the hardest things is I find as a comic creator is making your art match the tone of your story. Sometimes you're just like locked into like that one tone that you know how to make, one style that you know how to make. So
Yeah, that's actually super true. Like when you're
Yeah.
used to making a genre that's light and fluffy and then you want to change it to something more serious, your art style needs to follow that.
yeah, so good job on them on doing that. So,
Something I really like and something as a creator myself that I am overwhelmed with sometimes is backgrounds. And what I really like about how this person has created the setting, we always know where the characters are, but they're not spending too much time in every single frame creating like a background. And I think that's a very subtle skill that saves a lot of time in comic making, but still keeps the characters to the front and the like the important context of what's happening.
oh yeah, definitely. The
Mhm.
the background and another thing very important that I have to mention with every comic, no 3D assets were used in this comic.
Yeah.
And probably I would wager to know like already like pre-made brushes were made. All this was done by hand. But if any pre-made brushes were used, like for example, maybe like with trees or something in the forest, they made it match their art style, so it doesn't like have like that atrocious, like jarring like difference. Like oh, this is what the person wrote, and then they got this 3D asset from the internet because they didn't want to draw it. I don't think there was any. All of it was hand drawn, which was very posh, very cool.
Oh, it is so nice. And I think we all feel the vibes like immediately.
Yeah, I really liked it. I'm a big fan of werewolves, and I don't know. I feel like this story just seems like it's my kind of thing, and it's so cool. The art's wonderful, and it really hooks you in super quickly. Like it's just you want to read more because it's just so good.
Oh yeah, that is a thing. But I would say that they did for the story like intro, they may not have had enough. Maybe they should have like made like a little bit more, added a bit more panels to have a bit more character development of the Xena, the Red Riding Hood. Cause I don't know. I just think that there needed to be a bit more of the story, not just the dad died and then the monster attacked. Maybe
I,
show
I
a bit more reaction from the girl. What do you guys think?
I think we're still very much in the intro. I guess is setting up. I think like how things are gonna move forward from here. Like either her father is going to be injured to the point that he can no longer do his job, and she's obviously going to be forced to team up and have Wolf Boy as a love interest to stop the evil priest vampire dude and the big demon he summoned. So I think there's like a
Yeah,
lot of elements that are being introduced.
No, the father's dead. The
where it's
father's
like a
died. This is a
hero.
Disney movie. We can't have parents.
I think they
Or is
set
that?
up the emotional connection very well,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
why we're eager to know the next part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the story is there. I really like the hook. I just think maybe like they should have added a bit more story in the introduction. You know, as they say, like what in the webtoon's introduction, the first three chapters that you put in, or it's like what's the hooker is gonna be? Because after this, like webtoon's gonna
I
ask,
mean,
hey, do you want to continue reading this, or do you want to drop it?
I feel like they've established the hook very strong. You know, less is more. Show
Yeah.
don't tell. It wasn't too like it wasn't particularly wordy or anything like that. It's if whether or not it's too towards being bare bones, I don't know. But it's like I think they have enough here that the user can kind of come to their own conclusion and probably has enough to grab them.
No, yeah, I do agree that there is enough to grab your attention. I just wish there was a little bit more, like maybe like show a little more progression of the story. But I can see how for some people this would be just like this is good enough. Because this is just the
I
beginning
mean,
of the contest, anyways. Like
it's Act One.
it's
It is Act One.
yeah, they're still like in the beginning of the story. But I think they well established the characteristics of each character.
Yeah, so we know Zinnia is like a little girl who has like a big chip off her shoulder. She wants to prove herself and is going to have to like get over her hangups in order to presumably work with who is being very strongly telegraphed as like who's going to be at least like her ally in this
Some
moving
sort of
forward.
yeah. She found a furry. She's eventually going to find a gun scythe. I am telling you guys, it's going to happen.
Which I do want to point out, while I joke about the Ruby vibes, Little Red Riding Hood is you know a Grimm's fairy tale that pre-existed Ruby, and there's probably plenty there that led to like the adaptation that we got in Ruby, and
No, they do
presumably
say
this one.
that they did say that Ruby from Ruby was inspired by the Little Red Riding Hood.
Yes, I'm saying this story could just as easily be mainly be inspired from the original Grimm's fairy tale, not necessarily copying from Ruby the anime from Rooster Teeth.
No, I know. I joke about that too. I just found it funny because from what I
It's very
remember
amusing.
in the Ruby story, like in the Ruby story from Ruby, that she wanted to be the huntress
A huntress, yeah,
and her mom died, and then like we have here like her mom dies, and her dad's the
yeah.
one that trained her, and Ruby's dad's the one that trained her,
There are some similarities.
and then she wields a gun, and Ruby wields a gun scythe. Eventually, I think they're going to up. She's going to upgrade and get a gun scythe as well, and then the Ruby transformation will be complete.
We shall see. We
We
shall
shall
see.
see. But like overall, really good story. Really a vibe with the art style. I will give this a sub because I am curious of what's going to happen
Same here.
next. And Webtoons recommendations. I would recommend this to anyone that enjoys a good fantasy action story. Because this one looks like it's going to be like one of those that are like have like a wide genre of people. So everyone, Little Red Huntress, really good story. Recommended for you guys.
Highly recommend. Read it, subscribe, support so that they keep making more.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that they go to the next part of the contest and they're forced to make more.
So I
Yes.
can figure out what happens to Dad.
Yeah, so guys, Little Red Huntress really good. Would recommend. Now for the next person, who shall be Vexy. What have you chosen for us today?
All right. So I think it was still on the list, but it was as we are expecting an apocalypse. I chose this just because the title is really intriguing. I gotta admit,
Like we were
just sounds like
expect
a fun time.
it's like we were expecting it, but something else happened.
It makes it sound like they're expecting a baby, and it's like, oh no, we got an apocalypse instead.
Yeah, that looks like it's gonna be a funny one. It's a comedy too. Let's
Yes.
see if the funnies are there.
Hopefully.
All right, we
Yeah, there's a lot of really good ones though from like the list. That's like, if I could, I'd read all of them. They look all pretty fun. So
all right. We are expecting an apocalypse. All right,
And we
Vexy,
link it.
since you are the new person here, I shall introduce you to the podcast rules. Since you're the one that chose it, you shall read the synopsis for us, and you will be the leading character. The floor is
Okay.
yours.
It's a girl. No, it's a boy. No, it's a harbinger of doom prophesied to bring forth the end of times for humanity. Ethel and Wayne may be from different covens and hate each other's guts, but a stray spell has tied them together, placing them in the same sinking boat. Will they be able to prevent the end of times? Or will this ordeal be too much for the unfortunate duo?
Ooh, interesting.
Hmm.
Let us go into it. Chapter 1, go.
This is not how I envisioned this day going. But here we are, in this dingy alley. You, Toos. Damn it, let go. Me, and the spell that will open a portal for ancient evil flying towards us.
Typical Mondays.
Sorry, not sorry, Wayne. Ziff. And everything personal. If he hadn't interfered in my business, I would have already gotten Anna. So be a darling and shield me from this spell, would you?
Oh,
Ugh,
wait,
why
wait.
were you even here?
Oh, wait, I think these are actually two people talking to each other. So
I don't know.
it's, because I think it's both of them talking to each other. Like she's talking about the spell,
Okay.
I don't, no,
Uh-oh.
no, never mind. Just keep going. We'll
Yeah,
figure
I'll
it out.
just.
We'll figure it
Yeah.
out.
So be it, darling, and shield me from the spell, would you? Ugh, why were you even here? Your grimy little coven usually sticks to the harbor area.
See, it is
No!
it is two people. You ruined it.
You. Alright. Am I
The
the guy
Yamcha,
then?
the Yamcha
The
pose.
pose. It's the pose.
Yes.
It's the Yamcha pose.
See, they were willing to do it, Jade. They're willing to deliver the fan
It
service
wasn't
on
the
Instagram.
time. It wasn't the time. The star wasn't aligned. Ash Days, how about you two be the two people that are talking to each other?
Okay.
I'll let you be the dude then. You be the dude.
Okay.
Vexy will be the girl.
So
This
wait a
is
minute.
it's the girl still. Do this as well to help out.
Alright.
There, so we can see what's gonna
That's
happen
better.
next.
God damn it, Ethel. Can't you just stick to your turf or something? Huff.
Huff huff. I think this is the guy,
And this is the guy. Anna, that blue hair tint is not cutting it. See? Okay.
the girl.
I can fix this, yes. I can still do this. Yes, I still have it.
Yeah, right.
I think this is the guy at the time.
I think not. Oh, jeez.
Ooh, that is
That's
that
pretty
is
bad.
some distortion right there. Slap.
Go on, speak. Oh, I don't know who's saying that. I'm
And
sorry.
that's gonna be you because the guy was knocked out since the beginning. Oh wait, so I guess we should. This is gonna be the main character, so we should switch you both then.
I love the Yamcha pose in the back. I'm sorry. I can't.
The
It's so
Yamcha.
good.
Did she make like a chalkboard line around the guy already?
It's so good. I really like
They
it.
made a chalkboard line around him. It's like a crime scene. All right, we're switching both of you. So
Okay, so this one.
yeah,
Go on, speak. The spell hit that idiot over there. Spill it. What will happen if the spell hits a man? You couldn't have prepared everything yourself. You're not strong enough. Spill it.
Ash.
Eat, eat. Oh no, eat shit, Ethel.
Man, the chaos is just there from the beginning.
It really is.
Alright.
Go
Great,
ahead.
just great. Now I have to find that gross necromancy Grimoire. Thanks for nothing, Anna. Nothing is happening so far. Maybe the spell didn't work?
Jesse or Jess. Jeez.
Go.
Sorry.
Let's put this guy with Beaver's voice. I think Beaver needs a role as well.
The person saying, "Oh, geez."
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
I need to check him. Do I, though? He looks okay enough.
What just happened? Oh, my head. Right, the order. Ethel. Got to bring Ethel.
Man, and here. I think that's her. Man,
And
and here I thought that people think allowed only in movies.
You used me like a meat shield.
Berg. I think this is you still.
Is it? I was
No,
hoping for some meat.
I think this is you, Vexy.
Okay. I was hoping for some amnesia cliche. That would have been handy. Whoa, hold up. Miss Cheap Hair Dye over here is the one who fired that abominable spell, and I know that you would have done the same thing in my place.
Go ahead, Beaver.
Spell even what?
What spell even was that? Felt like I was being put through a blender.
Wayne, buddy. That spell opens a portal for an Eldritch thing, and it may or may not be growing in you as we speak. You know what? I tried my average, and he's the one who stopped me from capturing Anna before she did anything. Time to leave these consequences to him and his coven. Well, I would love to stay and chat, but I got places to be. Adios, Wayne.
Hold up.
Wayne, whatever happens, it's on you.
Swoosh.
Portal sound.
Finally, you, council boy. Took them long enough.
I think this is still you, Vexy.
Yep, you still have time, so take this moron and that fast and roadkill over there. I just need to kick this whole business to the council. You, you need to use council necromancy.
Ah!
Ah! James, what the hell, man?
You moron, this shirt is vintage.
E- Ethan Alderwood of the Thornfield Coven and Wayne Eversley from the Aspids.
Aspids, cringy new covens.
The High Council has ordered your immediate termination on account of summoning the Harbinger of the Apocalypse.
Ah, should have stayed at home today.
Well then, the chaos continues. And next one.
Alright.
Thinking that I think this will be the last one because these are pretty. It's a pretty big story. I think I got the gist of it. With we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Termination, huh? So that's who helped little Anna. Not like it's any of my business now. Time to skedaddle. I hope these two take care of each other. Time to head back and wait this one out in the manor. Wayne, tisk, sort of stuck to your grimy harbor.
Hey, get back here. You have to tell me how to counter that stupid spell. This is
What was it? Oh no, I'm sorry, I can't hear ya. Sayo, Wayne.
Chow.
Ciao. Dang it. Dude, you really expect me to stay back now?
Well, if that's how you want to play it, fine.
Ew, gross, I can feel it on my leg.
It's in my leg.
My leg.
Halt, you rats! The Hind Council has eyes everywhere. Do you think you can stand any? Need to stand any?
Duh, I do, bruh. My highest regards to the council.
No, this idiot has followed me.
You could have caused this to splinter, or worse. You. Oh wait, this is her.
You could have caused us to splinter or worse, you bastard.
Huh? Sorry, didn't quite catch that.
Ugh, I hate you, Wayne. You're not staying in my ancestral manor.
Zap. Kirk.
Ouch. Knee.
Oh.
Please.
Please,
You cuss. I think you broke my ribs.
my nose. Ugh. Okay. Tell me how to counter that spell now.
All right. I think we got the gist of what the story is about. What do you guys think? Is this enough, or
I,
do you want to do one more?
I think I have the gist of it.
Yeah,
I do too.
I'm just good. I get the idea.
All right. So let us begin with our thoughts. Beginning with the art style. Let's see.
The art sure is something. It's a little
Eh,
strong.
I really like how brutal some of the fight moments are. Like the amount of pain you can see in the character's face when they're getting smacked. I always feel that.
Yeah.
I
The
think the art isn't too bad, but sometimes the anatomy is a little which is not bad though, but the lighting is pretty good for a lot of the scenes. It's very strong and very interesting to look at, which I think is
you know
pretty
that
cool.
that was one thing I was going to say about the anatomy. I think the anatomy sometimes is too pushed. So I know how dynamic posing sometimes you make the anatomy a little bit more exaggerated to try to sell that movement, but I think sometimes the anatomy was a little bit too much. But
Yeah.
this is one of those things that you only learn with experience. They have the idea down there to practice it.
Yeah.
I think one thing that I would say that was rough, and I think we all kind of struggled, is we couldn't figure out who was saying what.
Oh yeah,
There
Yeah.
was a lot of like Xbox types, and not all of them pointed to the character.
Yeah,
And
and I think the
I think
thought bubbles were the worst ones because we didn't know where they were going, just a bunch of squares. So
that
people,
one was a little rough.
people, we have to repeat this. Thought bubbles need tails. We need to know who's speaking. And I know like if you're reading, like in your mind, like after you read it, you can figure out, oh, this person talked. But clarity is a big thing, people. Like you always have to remember, like, what if your comic passes by like some person that's reading webtoons and they're like have like a studio and they hate like your story, but maybe you miss an opportunity because it's not clear enough for like that first pitch. So remember, tech, thought bubbles need tails, speech needs tails. We need to know who's speaking what. We can't keep going back all the time to know who's saying what or who didn't say what.
I don't even think they don't. I don't think they always need tails, but I think the biggest thing is placement too. Just I feel like with where they were placed, it's hard to tell because it's like, well, it's like kind of just in some places I felt like it was just rent kind of at the bottom, so you were just like, well, who's speaking?
Now, here's a thing that you may not know. People sometimes are dumb. So you gotta make comics for the lowest common denominator. The lowest common
That's
denominator needs tails to know who's speaking what.
good point.
I mean, just in an argument for that, I think that only is really important at the very beginning because then people are learning who has what voice and who talks a certain way. Because then there comes a point in comics where you understand a character and the things they say and how they say it, and that's how you can get away with not using
Oh yes, but also know that some people like picking up a comic not from the beginning but in the middle. There are people that do that. I have met them. They are crazy.
it. Yeah, but then comics not for that. I'm gonna be very honest about that. Because if you can't follow it, that's the reader's fault.
No, but I think if you're the author of a comic, you should make it as easy as possible to follow the story. Like we're already doing
I guess
vector.
that's a creative
Like this
like
this
process.
comic style is already like vertical style, so we're only seeing one or two panels at a time. So there's no like of that
Right, but
thing of
that's why it's
traditional
important to
page.
like
Like there's not.
right, but that's why it's important to like read the beginning part. So that's why it's important at the very beginning of this comic or any comic really, you kind of figure out that voice first. And then you can kind of after a conversation, like if you have characters talking and there's two of them, you can have bubbles where they don't have tails because it's only two people and you can figure it out contextually.
I would
Comics do
I
that.
would still argue that, but like they should have at least a tail, so that the people don't have to think about like, oh, this sounds like this person talking. They can just see who it is like instantly.
Yeah, I guess that's an art style preference.
Like my view is you have to stupid proof your comic, put tails on everything, so we know who's talking and we don't have to think about it.
I
Especially
mean,
for
I guess
in
me.
my
the
preference is more of like a art style because that's an art, and I feel like that's a bit oppressive for an artist to have to do that.
it's also a big thing in like plenty of like other comics like Watchmen or whatever that they have like the tailless like square things.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I
like
think that
plenty of comics do it.
but usually when they have the tailless squares, it's only one person talking. Here it seemed like it was like jumping around between two people. So
Yeah, and again,
it kind of
that's
like
kind of
made gave you that little thing. Maybe it would have helped if they like made like the squares, the thinking squares of the two different people in different like colors. So that like, oh, it's a
yeah,
Yeah,
different
like
person
change
talking.
the color, and
and I feel
maybe
like
they
different
were,
colors would have helped.
and I think maybe that was originally the intention because the eye of this character is green, so that's what I thought was the thought bubble process. Like hers is green and maybe his would be red or something, but that didn't end up being the case.
Yeah. But then that happened. I saw this like some people. Sometimes it was the dude thinking. Sometimes it was the girl thinking. So there was that. So people that are watching, people that are watching it later, remember to stupid proof your comics because some people are dumb and can't follow it direct like immediately. But aside from that, I think that they did the movement all right. I think what also may have like done like the little bit of confusion is the big spacing between panels because like then they would put like a thing in the middle and you wouldn't be able to see who was talking. You just see like a bubble floating
Yeah,
in the middle of nothingness. But all this stuff
that
is like something. It's like a
matters.
I would say like as a comic artist is something that you would learn with experience. There's the Yamcha pose again. I love that.
I love the Yasha post so much. It's so good.
Yamcha pose is classic. And also another thing that I also have to like mention. I think this comic would actually be more successful if it was in the maybe in the fantasy action genre instead of the comedy genre. Because
Yeah, I do agree with that.
it does seem more of a like a, one of those adventures with a little bit of funnies instead of funnies with a little bit of adventure in it. So maybe they would have a little bit of difficulty in the contest because of the category that they chose. But I do hope the best for it because it does look like a fun story. Just don't know
It
Yeah.
if
does look
the
like a fun
funnies are gonna be all there though.
I think they're aiming for like Marvel style humor.
Oh, Marvel style
one.
humor, kill me now. So, what do you guys? All right, so last category recommendations. Who would you guys recommend this comic for?
Hmm.
I think if you're looking for kind of something silly to watch and has like a lot of like funny kind of, I think it was funny, like the funny parts were people getting hit in the face. I think the artist did a very good job portraying that. If you
Yeah,
kind of
the
like things like that, then yeah, they did a good job here.
slapstick humor.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, somebody that enjoys slapstick humor like those old Tom and Jerry cartoons. I can
exactly.
see how they would enjoy this. About Vexy and Beaver, do you guys have any thoughts?
Hmm.
I would say that there's not really all that much here that appeals to my preferences. Maybe if there's other people out there that would probably enjoy it more than me. I'm not quite sure like how I would necessarily recommend it because I mean, what does it do that something else does not already do?
All right, yeah, it's not like respectable. Not every comic's for everyone. So I can see how it'll be like maybe like difficult for you to recommend for somebody if it's like not something that you jive with. But I get it. I like seeing
Hmm.
more personally. Like I like seeing from the artist perspective. I see, look, I like the art. I think I can get somebody that also jives with the art to read it as well. But
Hmm.
I can agree that it needs some. The comic is still needs a little bit of work, like some technical issues. But there
Yeah,
seems to be like a story there. It means something.
I feel like I would recommend this to people who are kind of like just looking for some, yeah, just silly, something silly and fun with a bit of fantasy. Like it kind of like I guess if you're coming from like webtoon originals, someone who's if you like, if you like Cinderella Boy, like something that's like very fantastic, like that's kind of have some fantasy with mostly comedy.
And let me take a little break to see if there's any comments. Oh, hey, Red P Girl agrees with me. Bubbles need tails, unless they're very specifically designed. Thank you for backing me up. We need to stupid proof these comics, people.
I respectfully disagree. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
you're the intellectual superior. You're just levitating above us normies.
I see both sides. I never thought of that while I was making mine. I was just like, people will get it, but it's like, yeah, I probably do need to do that for mine.
I think you just can do it like every once in a while. You can't do it for a long time, but you don't have to do it every single time. I think
Yeah,
is where I'm coming.
I focus mainly on just like how I place the bubbles with it, so it's like as clear as possible who's thinking because it's like right next to the character.
yeah. I think we can respectively agree to disagree on this one because I don't think we're
Yeah.
going to convince each other that the other person's correct. So
Sure.
just
I mean, it happened in the last comic, so
yeah,
it happened a couple of times. It was fine.
we can still be friends. So we are expecting an apocalypse. Seems to be funny. If you want to see a Marvel style comedy, you can read this one up. I think I'll follow this one a little bit more. Like if read it in my downtime just to see what's gonna happen, and you guys should too. Now, Ash Days, what have you brought for us today?
So I found this comic called The Helper at Serenity Inn. I actually know this creator. I read their other comic.
Oh, promoing your friends is tight.
I was like, ooh, we have this one. And it's like a cute, like slice of life, like fantasy. So I think that's really nice.
Ooh.
Let's see, the helpers at Keeper's Inns. What you said?
The
What was?
helper at secret. So it's not helpers.
Just looking for the image here because I. Oh, this one. All right. Put the things in alphabetical order, and I still can't find them.
So just remove
Okay.
the S from helpers, and I think you'll be able to find it easier.
Where is
I
this
guess
thing?
not.
Helpers at yeah.
Uh-oh. The helper at Serenity Inn. Oh, you said keepers. It's
Oh,
Serenity Inn.
there it is.
There it is. Yay!
All right. As
All right.
as Webtoons rules
So the,
go,
des- so the description is
you have
after
the
losing his last job, Silver decides to take his chances with an odd offer from a popular inn. All it says is that they need a helper, but they offer room and board along with pay, so surely the job can't be that bad, right?
right. All right, simple story. I love it. It's just a dude working in an inn. All right, let us begin. Go ahead, Ash. Ash Days, you have the main character status.
All right. Well, Kennedy Inn help wanted, job position helper, details, general help around the inn, assisting the guests with whatever they request, etc. Oh, that sus. Pay 20p per hour, as well as food and board. If interested, please report to head maid Odette for more details and interviews.
So here we see a couple of things. They pay in P, people. Open your eyes.
Is P like it's not pounds because pounds has a symbol,
I know,
or
it's
maybe
in
that's something
P.
else.
What does the
Platinum,
economy come devolved
platinum.
into? Which makes this help with whatever their guests want even more suspicious.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh, this must be the place. I really hope the position is still open. I need this job. Knock, knock.
Let's.
Didn't you read the sign? The inn is full today.
This
Oh,
is
sorry.
going to be. Well, since it's a girl and we have another girl on stream, Vexy, who have been summoned.
Wow.
Didn't you read the sign? The inn is full today.
Oh no, I'm not here for the room. I'm here to apply for the job.
Oh, that's great. Come right in. You're actually the first person to come and apply for the position.
Really?
Yeah, although it's not surprising since we're out here in the middle of nowhere.
Wow. It's really busy here.
High fantasy. I think this is you, Vexy.
Hey, we need to get you in the uniform so we can start the assessment. This will be your room. If you pass the assessment, put on the uniform in the closet and we'll begin.
Shouldn't I fill out a form or something first?
Well, this is kind of a unique position, so there's not really a form for it.
Very suspicious.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that is so suspicious.
It's a little sus. I'll close the door, and you can come out when you're ready.
I'll close the door. Red flags being put up everywhere.
It must be the closet she was talking about. I wonder what kind of uniform it is. Oh my gosh, no.
Maid.
Very
Gotta
suspicious.
be.
Yes!
Yeah.
Hey, are there any other
This is
uniforms?
no, this. Oh yeah.
Sorry, but that's the only one we have right now.
Do I have to wear it?
Only if you want the job.
Am I really going to wear a maid dress just to get this job?
Spoiler warning.
Oprah Serenity's in.
This one's already really cute. I like it.
Yeah. Who knows? Will the twink boy put the maid dress on? Find out in the next episode.
I'm ready.
Wow, you look great.
I don't feel great, poor baby.
Aw. Aw, you'll be fine. Come on, let's go meet the guest. This is the second floor of the inn and the first guest floor. Each guest floor has 5 rooms. This floor is full of some of our regular guests that live at the inn. We'll start off with Charlie.
Knock knock.
Hey Charlie, it's me, Odette. Can I come in?
Freak. Uh, oh, good evening, Odette. What brings you what brings you to my door at this hour?
I wanted to introduce you to Silver. He's thinking about working here at the inn.
Oh, that's wonderful. Please come in.
Wow, that's a lot of books.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry for the mess. I was quite engrossed in my research.
Research? What kind of research?
May sound a bit odd, but I'm doing research on myself.
On yourself? What do you mean?
A bit of a narcissist, you see. Oh, well, it's rather confusing. But if you don't mind listening to me ramble.
I don't mind.
Ah, but where are my manners? I haven't even offered you a drink.
Way ahead of you, Charlie. Tea is ready.
Ooh,
Oh,
slurp,
look
slurp,
how
slurp.
cute they are.
Slurp, slurp, slurp. Ah, much better. Now, Silver, do you know what I am?
I'm afraid not, sir. I'm not familiar with all the various races in Intel. Am I saying that? Intel?
You are now. Oh, no need to fret, my boy. I highly doubt that most people know what I am. I am a Shadow Man, a unique being that is only created in dire circumstances. There are very few of us in existence because our creation is a unique process. A fitting soul and a willing host make up what I am, and yet I have no recollection of them. No memories of what I once was, or other than a name. But someone wanted me to keep living and gave their bodies and vessel to me. I feel as though I owe it to them to find out what they were so I can understand what my purpose is. Ah, I've been rambling for a while now. I do hope I haven't bored you with my nonsense.
Not at all. I think it's amazing that despite having little to no memories of them, you're determined to find them.
Oh, that's quite kind of you, my boy. Thank you.
Well, Charlie, now that you two had a chance to chat, I have to ask, do you think Silver would be a good candidate for the helper position?
Oh, that depends. Silver, give me a spin. I want to see that tutu twirl.
Oh, geez.
New hamper? You helper? I think he'll be perfect. Guide.
Aw, and there's a little extra.
Oh, they only have the inn and they already have the entire kingdom now. That's dedication right there.
I love that. I'm not good at making maps, so anytime I see one, I'm like, oh,
Let's see. Guide
Aw.
to Six's map. I think. Oh, yeah, this is a little bit of extra. Thanks for reading. All right, let's go to the third one, and then we'll give our evaluation.
hi, Charlie. It was great to meet you. Or
See you,
great meeting you.
Charlie.
Farewell, you two. Good luck on your assessment, Silver.
Next up will be this room. Roxy Levine. Roxy is quite the character and can be a little intense. Also, don't mention the D word to her.
The D word? Uh-oh.
Dimensions.
Come in, in. Oh wait.
Who wants to be the new
Wait.
person?
Well, the only person that we have now is Beaver. Go ahead, Beaver.
Beaver, you're the new person.
Beaver.
To come in.
Hey Roxy, I brought a friend for you to meet.
I mean, oh, sorry. I wonder what she means by the D word. Oh, that's good. That's
Uh,
very good.
singing, singing.
Give it a strawberry shake.
Oh, now that is a beautiful Sunday.
Oh, a demon.
I thought I told you not to say the D word.
Oh,
Did you just call me a demon?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Ah, great. Here we go again.
I'm not a demon or tiefling or dragonborn or whatever the heck you might be thinking. I'm a human who was tricked and cursed with this vile visage you now see before you. So don't ever call me a demon again, capiche?
Capiche.
Great. Now that's out of the way. I'm Roxy.
Oh, Silver.
So what's with the maid getup? Is he a cosplayer?
He's applying for the helper position, so I'm introducing him to everyone.
A new helper?
Yeah, we figured it's about time we brought back the position, and Silver seems real promising. What do you think?
What do I think? Uh, I think if Odette believes you have what it takes, then I have to agree. Plus, you seem like you'll be lots of fun to include in my shenanigans around the inn.
Don't corrupt him, Roxy.
All right, they. All right, let's see. Guide style one, magician. Wait, this is little tidbits. If you want, you can
These are
pause
so
here
cute.
later.
I like the little extras. The potions of it. Oh wow. Irreversible.
Yeah. All right. So thoughts and opinions. Let us begin with Ashley. Ash Days, since this is your friend, I think you should be the first
I
one to
think it's
critique
such a
him.
cute story. I think it's a cute story. I really like the pacing because it feels very natural and organic since this is meant to be kind of a slice of life. I also think the scenes are set up pretty well.
Yeah, I think story wise, I think they did a very good job in introducing the world. Personally, like this is the personal gripe of mine, personal opinion of mine, is that I don't really vibe a lot with like the author's notes in the end of stories. I personally like integrating that inside the story itself, either like with a person explaining it or finding a place where the introduction can be given naturally in the story. But I can see the appeal of having like a little author's note and little tidbits at the end of it. But
That's
that
fair.
is a personal thing of mine. I know there's people that like it. Personally, not my jam. What
What?
about you, Beaver and Vexy? What do you guys think of the story?
I
I
think I
think it's
agree. Sorry, go on.
I think it's so cute. I like the little stuff at the end because this is a slice of life, so it's like I don't think they're gonna be doing a lot of super heavy world building. I think it's just very simple and sweet, and I feel like that's just what the author was going for.
No, I can see
It's a
that.
very gentle story.
I just think that like personally, I only like introducing elements if they're relevant to the story. Like like for example, like that first one in the beginning where they introduce like the story of the entire introduce the map of the world. I think maybe that would like what I know it's like this the author really liked the story and they really want to dedicate they really came up with the kingdom, but I think that would only like it was unnecessary introducing that in the beginning of the story. Maybe have a character mention it if a person came from like another nation. It's like, oh, there's all these kingdoms and this person came from this kingdom. I think it was
Well,
unnecessary.
I think that's kind of meant like as an extra. Like that's not part of the plot of what's happening. That's why it's like not in it. You know what I mean?
No, I know it's an extra tidbit. I'm just saying that it's it's like a as I said, I personally like it better when elements like these are introduced in the story by a character and they have like a let's say that they have like I don't know what the word for it is. Like there's like a Chekhov's gun for it behind it. Like they said the thing and then somebody from another place showed up and talked up and was appeared it. Like they said, oh, there's like this land of fire, and then like a fire person shows up in the story immediately after. So it's like a Chekhov's gun. But
Basically,
Oh,
you
like use
like
it as for the plot.
yeah,
Gotcha.
Because I get like the
They
appeal of doing it beforehand, like this, like just putting it loosely, so that at any point they can introduce these elements in the story, and you don't have to explain it because there was an explanation before already. I'm just saying it becomes like a little bit unnatural. Go ahead, Beaver.
Yeah, yeah. I think what you mean is that like you want more naturalistic sort of storytelling. Like I think H Bomber Guy had a video where he was criticizing Ruby about that, where it's like you would prefer that instead of being lore dumped about like the world setting details, that it is something that pops up naturally over the course of the story in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's like
Yeah,
a
that's
better way for
fair.
it because it introduces the stories in little bits, enough for you to like digest it, and only enough that you need. They only introduce enough for you to that you need to understand the story. So they like introduce like a new kingdom, and then it's like, oh, we're going to this new kingdom, instead of like saying, oh, there are like these vastly new kingdoms, and there's seven of them, and there's the water and the fire kingdom, and are you taking notes? Kind of like that. It's like that's it's a little bit how I feel like when lore dumps are happening that are unnecessary at the time. But then again, I know there's people that like that. I'm just saying my piece. I think it was unnecessary.
Oh no, I get what you mean. I think it's really fun when something is like where you get it organically. I completely agree with you.
Now, with that being said, in art style wise, first thing, I think it's a great job that this person made a webcomic, but this comic gives me a lot of vibes. Like, this is an initiator entering the webcomic world, and they figured out that there's a bunch of things that they didn't know how to draw correctly, and it's all in one comic, and it's like all doing it live, and there's a time limit.
Well, there's room for improvement. It can only go up from here.
Because this is like
I
how my first comic experience was. Like, oh, because like coming into the comic world, you're a person that usually only draws like characters and all your characters in these cute poses. But then when you come into the comic world, there's backgrounds and there's perspective and there's like unnatural angles that you would normally wouldn't draw people. And I don't know how to do these things. And you're just learning all this stuff
oh
all at once.
I really like that aspect of comics where you kind of push yourself to do things you wouldn't initially think in a basic illustration. So I think comics kind of force you to think of angles and, like you were saying, posing that are important. Like, I think that's what makes you just a well-rounded artist overall, and you do just improve naturally after making all the pages.
Yeah, but anyway, but I am still saying good job in this person creating this comic. I hope you continue to make more in the future. But I hope this comic is also a learning experience that you see
Yeah, it's very cute.
where you can like improve upon in your art journey. Because there's a lot of there's a lot of art in the art journey. A lot of stuff that I myself don't even know how to do correctly till this day.
Oh yeah, me too. We all have a
But
lot to grow with.
Yeah, backgrounds are still my mortal enemy. But it is a good story. I will admit that. It's a very fun little story.
It's very cute.
And very D&D inspired because I saw like all the D&D races in there.
I noticed that too. I really like that.
So, and for our final little tidbit here. Wait, Beaver, do you want to say something?
Um, I think I've already said something.
No, because I heard like somebody murmuring and didn't know what was going on. All right, so last bit of of this this little story recommendations. I think anyone that enjoys seeing a fun little story and enjoys seeing like uh new new artists joining the space, I think they would enjoy this story very much because the story is there. And if you know the One Punch webcomic can get popular, I'm pretty sure this one can get popular as well. If the story is good enough. What do you guys
Yeah,
think?
if I was to describe it, it kind of reminds me of like our own host club, but set in like a fantasy setting.
ooh,
Oh, that's a great description. I
Oh,
think so.
oh yeah, I can agree with that. So
yeah.
guys, Helpers at Serenity Inn. If you like a fun little story with some with the slice of life genre, give it a check it out. I will read this one as well in my free time. And now it is my turn. Has come to me, and I have picked for us to read The Last Isekai.
Ooh,
Oh, that one sounds fun.
idol.
Yeah, because I picked this one because I really like the thumbnail, and it's based in the comedy genre, and it's called an isekai, and it's called The Last Isekai. So it's like, oh, so what makes this one the last one?
You got to now.
So let us go into that one. The Last Isekai. So I will begin reading for us today. What happens when dying doesn't end things? This hilarious, fast paced adventure throws one guy into a bizarre world he never asked for. I want to die is the beginning of the story. My gosh. Let's see how this go. Let's see how this develops. Uh, well, this is some girls talking, so it's not the guy. So let's. All right. So Vexy, be the fans for us.
Gotcha. Look, look. Wow, he's so hot. I want to become one with him.
Ugh, it's attractive. Being this attractive is a curse. Beaver, be Macho Man.
You're right. Even me, a totally straight guy, can't deny those looks.
Oh, they're already
Oh,
starting the.
That's so funny.
I just wanted to stop, and will it, and it will, right now. Oh man, hands are so close.
I like that we heard the hand, so.
Ashley, be this fangirl.
Are you okay? I don't want my hot future husband to die.
Okay, second time is the charm. Here we go. Seriously? Okay. What's a guy got to do to die?
look out!
Go be very
Oh
beef.
no, that piano's going to crush
Oh,
that handsome guy.
I can't look. I'll look only because he's hot.
Here it comes. Ah, Bud. Cirrus Moore, welcome to the afterlife. This might be hard to hear, but you're dead. You can start. Finally, I am dead. Victory. Oh wait. Vexy, be this person right here.
What?
All right.
So fun.
I already can say that the funnies are going to be here.
Yes,
So correctly,
100%.
correctly placed comic. Good job.
You're happy to be dead?
I am thrilled.
You are not allowed to be thrilled.
Why not?
I feed off the groveling of mortals.
So I'm not allowed to move on?
Not until you grovel.
Please, I just want to die.
Are you mocking me?
No. Listen, I'm ready to move on. I'm done with this reality, okay?
Oh, so you got the sads?
Oh no, I'm too hot. Everyone treats me like an animal at the zoo. Everywhere I go, it's marry me, marry me. Free things too. No, don't have to pay for that handsome.
You want to throw your life away because you're too handsome? How pathetic.
You don't understand. It's just no one ever sees me for me. They don't like me. They just see the glow. They just see the glow up.
Ah, I see you want to belong.
No, no, I want to die.
Okay, I'll help you.
I don't want help. I want to move on.
Too bad, I'm helping you, and you're going to like it.
Uh,
I'll help you find a reality that will make you appreciate life.
snap.
Snap.
Really? I'm good.
Then you will know what will happen next.
What? Ah!
Oh,
You'll grovel for me.
Oh no! She turned me into a rabbit! Oh wait, she's the rabbit.
Let's do this, pretty boy.
Be continued. Alright, now, numero three. What the fuck? Ah! Last isekai. They say a footballer died in the field a few years ago, and he haunts this to this very day. He could be that maniac on the loose. Some people say he yells touchdown every time he kills. Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh. Oh,
Haha, awesome. Cirrus is scared.
who are you, people?
dude, are you like okay?
Are you having a stroke?
No, no. Listen, I died and then met the strange goth mummy. She said I couldn't move on, and then pushed me into a rip-off Rick and Morty portal. And now I'm here.
He's
He's
totally having a
totally
stroke.
having a stroke.
I, I
Stroke,
got
stroke.
I gotta get out of here.
Don't go. There's a killer on the loose.
How do I get how do I get back there? Maybe I find the killer and die. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do that.
Cirrus, don't go.
Did he say he wants to die?
I don't think I don't think we should follow him. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to die.
Sirius, welcome to your first alternative reality.
Ah, a talking rabbit.
It's me, Dev.
Oh, it's you.
Liking your new reality?
The Z-list horror movie reality? I hate it. Plus, one of them called me handsome.
Come on, fear is a great motivator for finding pleasure in life.
Ugh.
Oh,
Ooh. Hey, Death. If I die here, do I go back to the void?
Yes, but you should stay here. You might like it.
Perfect. Bring it on, Tom Brady. Shing! Wow, touchdown! Whoa, 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 whoa. That was fun.
Really?
No, can I move on now? Lexi, you still there?
I said nope.
Oh,
we did hear you, sorry.
yeah, we didn't hear you. But look, I'm groveling. Wow, 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 wow.
I will smack you.
To be continued. All right.
This is such a funny one. I really like this one.
I like this one too.
You know,
Me too.
I'm just gonna say this before I forget it. This entire comic just reminded me of the Muffin Time song.
Valentine's song. That sounds oddly familiar to me. I can't think of it though.
It's Muffin Time and I wanna die.
Ooh.
All right, guys. I'll have to introduce it to you later, Ash Days, the Muffin Time song, because it's old
So I
YouTube.
remember it.
It's very old YouTube. This guy
Yes,
is like a person that has personified the. He's emulating the Muffin Time. He just wants to die. It's a very simple story. It's like this guy that wants to die, and wants to kill himself, and Death doesn't want to let him go. I
I
think this.
actually like that he wants to die because people think that he doesn't like that people think he's or I'm sorry, that people think he's handsome and he doesn't like that. I
I
think
think
that's a funny thing to think
Yeah,
about.
I think that's like one of those like like the twist, the comedic twist of the story. Because usually people want to die because their life is terrible, but he's like, no, my life is too good. I get things for free, and people want to marry me. The horror. I just want to end it all.
I love that like probably down the line we'll learn why he doesn't like it. I'm sure there's a deeper reason to it because a good story would have a deeper reasoning to it, but also like the way that they're portraying everything is so ridiculously funny. I love it.
Yeah, they just like cranked up the ridiculousness to the max. I think it's funny
Every
that,
golf on comic is funny.
and I also think it's very funny that Death wants to make a person want to live so that they feel sad when they die. So it's like, wait, you're supposed to feel sad. It's like, no, I wanted it to end it all. Just let me go. Let me move on. It's like, no, that's not how that works. It's my thing. I must see you grovel. I think the story is very good. Good job for the creator here.
Oh yeah, it's very fun to follow, and I think it works very episodically, which is kind of hard to do on a comic basis. So well done to that.
Oh yeah, I think no, I think actually it can be done in a comic because this is like like little short comics, like like the what's the name, the Shan comics. That's like a little
Yeah, that's
encapsulated
why I like
story.
it.
I think it can work. It's like the
Right.
episodic thing. Every little comics like their its own little adventure as a in a way.
Yeah, I think that's why this is fun because it's following a greater thread, but there's smaller episodic things happening.
Yeah, I think this is one of those stories that you can like pick it up from like if you after you read the first one, you can pick any of them up and they all make sense. It's just like Death trying to convince handsome boy that life is worth living so that she can kill him and have him be sad that he's not living anymore and him just wanting to die. I think the comics are gonna follow that line every episodes. Death showing that life is good and handsome boy wanting to die.
It kind of reminds me of the anime. I think it's called Not Allowed in Another World, where they have that like Japanese author always trying to kill himself in an isekai setting.
I'm unfamiliar with that one. Send me the link later on.
Sure.
So, anyways, the story is good. The art is actually very good as well. I think they did an excellent job in portraying the character and the backgrounds, not having any apparent 3D assets.
No, they did a very good job.
They did
I
a
like
very
the
good
shape
job in the
of the
story.
There
and like
is
the kind of faces too.
there is a goth mommy. It is a 10 on 10.
100%.
I see you have a type then, Beaver.
There was a very funny short that I saw. It was, I think it was what's the ghost cartoon? Danny Phantom. I think it's like a Phantom like parody skit where it's like
Yes.
the characters talking about how much they've been groomed to enjoy goth mommies as Generation Z. How their entire generation is going to grow up to love goth mommies. And what's even funnier is that like their like friend in their group, the girl like is like
Sam.
has that goth aesthetic going for her as well.
Oh, that's
It makes
funny.
it even funnier.
That is even funnier. I, there is one thing I've seen that's from another YouTube that's also making fun of the goth mummies. But I think I'll send that video for you later. I think it's not appropriate for what we're talking about right now. But continuing
Oh,
on, continuing
yeah.
on. Uh, Recommendations. I would recommend this story for anyone that wants a good laugh, that likes episodic stories, wants just like those quickie story comics. What about you guys?
Yeah, I'd say the same. Anyone who just likes something that's just quick and easy, just you pick it up, you read it, kind of thing, you know?
Oh yes, definitely. What about you, Ashley? Beaver. Ash
No,
Days
I
and Beaver.
do. I like I like the episodic nature of this. I like that it's kind of easily digestible too. The plot is not difficult to follow, but it's still very fun.
Yes, I agree with all this. So,
I think it,
Last Isekai seems like a really fun story. I would recommend it for everyone as well to read it. And people, this is where we're going to end it today. We did everyone have fun reading their stories?
yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
had a lot
these
of fun. I'm gonna check out the rest of it later.
yeah, and people make sure to check out these stories and like them too because these creators work very hard on these stories. And
Yeah.
we are going to get done with this list eventually, guys. I swear, because all these stories look very fun. And another thing, since the since this week the contest will close, I'm going to open the floodgates for the gallery to instead of taking just contest entries, we're going to open it to everyone. And another thing, I
Yeah.
am going to try to also stream on YouTube. YouTube has been evading me. The original podcast was going to be on YouTube, but the channel didn't work. But I think I can get it to work now. So next stream, maybe we're gonna do a double stream. We'll be streaming here on Twitch and also on YouTube as well at the same time. Look at that technology. And last thing,
Excited.
if you have a comic that you want us to review, send it to me in the DM and on Instagram or on Twitter or on all the other social medias I'm at because I'm everywhere, people. I see all my messages. And and I think we're done here for today. So bye everyone. Bye.
I would know
Oh,
everyone.
thank you for being here.
Everyone.
Thanks everyone for being here. Thanks for having
See you
this
next
fun with
time.
us. See you next time.